bro. Like, I don't get it. We should have no value for life. We have no value for each other. Like I was just telling my lady the other day, we were riding through here. It's changed a lot since the OK program ain't been here.
Yeah.
Amen.
A lot, man. I'm just riding through. I'm not here every day. But the things that I see, I'm like, oh no, it's not the same place. No. Without the presence of the OK program. But I get frustrated, man. I talk to my mother about this all the time, man. She's with me. She's tired of seeing us dying.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to say, man, bump my job, bump everything. I need to do something.
Yeah.
But then I think about it, I'm like, it's too far gone.
Yeah.
Shame on me. Shame on me, man. I get frustrated, Dep. I'm serious, man.
We gotta do it together, man. I can't do it by myself. So when you say, what can I do?
It does start with you, though. You know what I mean? It starts with you saying, hey, you know what? I have to do something better for myself right now.
Yeah.
And that little thing is understanding, like I said, life is about progression.
Yeah.
What am I doing differently now and better now than I was 2 years ago?
Julie, let me say this too, man. Man, you made me think about some things, man, because we all have Facebook pages. Facebook can be used for some good stuff. But you know, there's a lot of horrible stuff on Facebook, man. There's a lot of horrible stuff. One thing we've got to do is be careful what we even put on Facebook. We gotta be careful what we post on Facebook, man. Now, we can't stop everybody else from posting nonsense, but we don't have to contribute to it. We don't have to contribute to it because I don't you know, chime in a lot, but I watch Facebook. You know, I look at it, you know, because I'm on there. I'm communicating with you guys. We have an OK Program Facebook page. People posting stuff. We post stuff about what we're doing. So one thing, when you say what can we do, we can start by making better lifestyle choices ourselves. Realizing what we're putting out there. I see guys put stuff on Facebook sometimes. You wouldn't walk down the street and say this out loud because people say you're crazy. But people get on Facebook and say it, that's worse than walking down the street saying it out loud. Because people all over the world hearing you say it. I don't know many guys on Facebook that'll put some stupid post on there, MF this, F and that, but they won't walk down the street just because of F this. But it's the same thing. Facebook is a big wide street. It's a public place. People that want stuff in a public place and use that kind of language, but they use it on Facebook. What's the difference? Potential employers are looking at it. Police are looking at it.
Absolutely.
So one thing we do, and then talk to our young people about, you know, you don't have to contribute to that nonsense because a lot of that nonsense is what's fueling a lot of the crap that's going on in our community as well. So we have a hard talk about being a man now. And like you say, Julie, there was a certain point where you really got to, and ain't none of us perfect. Old Dep ain't perfect either.
Nah.
But man, there's some things that you got to know that you got to try to cut out or cut back on. You got to make some changes. I ain't just talking about you as an individual. I'm talking about as black men. We can be the role model for the other brothers out there and be proud. One thing you told me a long time ago, LaJuan, you said that, you know, when you guys got older and you started meeting brothers from other areas, you knew you was different from those guys. You knew we were different from those guys. And you are different. And then nothing wrong with that. It don't say you're better than them. I told you the other day, it ain't but one man I want to be better than. And that's the man I was yesterday. I ain't got time to compete against these other men. I got enough competition right here with myself. I'll be honest with you. It's hard for me to be better than done yesterday. Because I want to do the same stuff sometimes. I have the same thoughts running through my mind sometimes. So I want to get rid of all that stuff. So I'm challenging myself every day. I got to be better than I was yesterday. That's the only man I'm in competition with. So if your brother got a boat, or he got a car, he got something, man, don't be mad about that. Congratulate him. You ain't competing against him. Compete against you. Be a better man. Yeah. And most of the brothers that help you out, he'll show you, he'll tell you. Some hard work, it's going to require some hard work. So guys, look, I ain't going to talk to you much longer, but man, look, I love all y'all, man. But I know we can do a whole lot more. We can do a whole lot more. Our people did more with less. When I say our people, black people, man, they got us where we are today. They didn't have all the stuff we have today. They didn't have the opportunities that we have today, man. Look, I'm 15 years, I'll be 59 years old in February, right? I'm gonna tell you something, and most people ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. But I tell you, I rode on the sack. I rode on the sack.
Wow.
Mr. Coleman may know what I'm talking about. Is he still out here?
He walked over there. He did that.
Yeah. Trying to know what I'm talking about. I rode on the sack. Well, I'm telling you, I rode on the sack. My dad and my mama, they picked cotton. I was too young to pick cotton, but they would take me to the cotton field with them. I rode on my daddy's sack. See, them old cotton sack. They were long. They were 100-pound sacks. It took a lot of picking to pick 100 pound of cotton. So the little kids, we would put the whole bowl in there, but you got to take the cotton out of the bowl. And so we were too young to pick, but we went to the field with them. Them fields were slick like this. Those rows, those cotton rows, they were long and they were slick from people, black folk dragging that cotton sack all day long. And the kids would ride on that sack, and when the sack is on their shoulders, so the old folk would pick it, they put it in, so when they get full, you had to stand up, they had to shake it down, they shake the cotton down, and then they put it back on their shoulder, and then the kid jump back on again, and the sack now is fluffy, right? So when I say I rode on the sack, I'm telling you because it ain't been that long ago. I ain't no dinosaur. My dad and them picked cotton to make ends meet. They didn't have a whole lot. But they weren't killing each other. So I hear people talking about poverty. Well, black folks, it's hard out here. We ain't got jobs, we ain't got this. All that's true. But man, look here. Black folks ain't had nothing in a long time. We weren't killing each other the way we killing each other. So it can't just be about poverty. It's about morals and values. It's about right and wrong. It's about loving your people. And if we do all of that, then we're going to create some jobs for each other. But I'm going to tell you right now, we put so much emphasis on jobs and the economy, I think sometimes it's an excuse to keep from doing what we really need to do for ourselves. Now, I don't want nobody to misquote Dep again, go out there and say, Dep don't think the economy got anything to do with it. I ain't saying that. Yeah, black, there need to be jobs. There need to be more jobs. But man, we ain't got to kill each other because we ain't got no jobs. I heard an interview the other day on CNN, and they were interviewing some folks from Chicago, and they focus on the jobs.
Like that's just gonna change everybody's mind all of a
Man,
sudden. You bring in the jobs, everything is good.
Let me tell you something, Julian. You can go drop a job right in the middle of a lot of these neighborhoods, and them boys walk around that job like a bad spot in the road.
Exactly.
They ain't trying to get no job, a lot of them. Because a lot of times, they ain't prepared to come in on time, work all day, put in a day's work, and get a day's pay. Because they haven't been taught that. They haven't been mentored. They haven't been showed how a man's supposed to go to work. So until these jobs come in, we need to start raising some boys to know what it means to be a man, know what it means to work, know what it means to go out there and get it done every day. Quit making excuses. Go get it done, man. Show up on time. Show up on time. The man said you got a 15-minute break. Be back in 14 minutes. Don't come dragging it in 20 minutes. I'm talking about taking responsibility and doing stuff that you're supposed to do as a man. We can teach our sons that, and we can do it so well, and we can teach the boys, we're going to mentor that. They need to see that in all of us. That's why I'm excited about the program coming back to Sacramento. Because I know we're going to expose these boys to some men. To some young men. You guys are young men, and you're successful men. And you have values, you have morals. And that's what's going to change our community. That's what's going to change it. I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't holding nobody responsible coming in and raising our boys. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand racism better than anybody. Had to deal with it all my life. I understand slavery. I can give you a history lesson. Most of you know me. No, I can give you a history lesson. I can take you all the way back. 1619, the first African came over, first 20-some odd African came over on a ship called the Dutch Man of War. I can talk about them first 16 that came into Jamestown on that ship. They was hijacked a Spanish ship, took their goods off it, including them 20-some odd slaves, and got caught up in a storm and landed in Jamestown and traded those 20-some odd Africans for some supplies. That's how the first 20 got there, 20-some odd. So I can go from 1619 all the way up to the present time. We can talk history. I understand why black folks in the situation we found ourselves in. Yeah, and that was racism. That was downright racism. That was downright slavery. This country was built on the backs of slaves. You give me a country that got 300-some years, almost 300 years of free labor, I can show you a country gonna get wealthy real quick. United States is a baby compared to other countries. African countries, thousands of years old. European countries, these are old countries. United States are about 400 years old. We're a baby as a country, but we're rich. How do we get so rich? Slave labor. Don't let nobody misunderstand that. I understand it. Some people don't want to talk about it. But I confuse people sometimes when I understand the history. I talk about how we built this country, but at the same time, I'm holding us responsible for getting out of this situation that we're in. We ain't in this situation by no accident. It's by design. But we ain't gonna get out of it waiting on somebody else to do it. And we can get out of it without being mad at folks. I ain't mad at nobody. You'll never hear me blame nobody else. I understand why we in the situation we in, but I ain't got time for that. Because I believe I get enough black men together, we can pick up Sacramento and move it 5 blocks down the road. We can pick it up. We can pick up Sacramento and move it, I say 2 miles down the road.